guys, and welcome to the latest edition of the Flavour Factor. I'm Chef Malcolm, and today it's all about plant power. So we're going to do a couple of different fun, funky tacos today. We're going to start off with a roasted broccoli, chickpea, avocado and burnt tomato taco. This is going to be vegan. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off, we're going to make the salsa, burnt tomato salsa. So what I've done here, a little bit for speed, is I've literally burnt off in a dry pan some tomatoes, some garlic, a whole chilli and a little bit of finely diced onion. And this really couldn't be simpler. This can be done well in advance if you've got people coming around. So we're going to chuck that into a blender. You could chop this by hand, but I'm a professional, so I'm going to use a machine. Then we're going to put the tomatoes in whole, one whole clove of garlic that I've done, and then the chili pepper, we're literally going to pull that out. You could take the seeds out if you wanted a bit milder, but I like to feel the burn. So that's all going in there. A little bit pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper, and then we're just going to pop that on the blender, just buzz it for a couple of seconds, just to break that up. So we want it to be nice and coarse. Lovely, there we go. And then we're just going to pop that into our cup for later. So what we have here is a nice coarse little tomato salsa. There we go. So that's for later. So I've got some broccoli here, and what I've done with this is it's broken down into nice little pieces, so it's going to cook quickly. And I've just given that, well, 2 minutes in the steamer, but if you wanted to do it with hot water, literally you could boil the kettle, pour the boiling water on, leave it for a minute, drain it off. That will just start the softening process. Then we've got a tin of regular chickpeas, salsa you know about. Then we've got some smoked paprika, a little bit of ground cumin and coriander, a little bit of garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic. And then we're going to just toast all that off along with the broccoli in the pan to give it a little bit of colour and get all the spices going. Then we're going to lay that on the tacos. We're going to heat some tacos up with the salsa, a little bit of spinach and some avocado. We just get that pan hot. Okay, so I can feel that pan getting hot now, and this is very, very simple. We're just going to put a little splash of oil in there. In with the two chickpeas. Now I'm only going to make one portion. Obviously, if you're doing it for friends and family, you could do this in more bulk. Then we're going to add our broccoli. A little bit of each of the spices, a little pinch of each of the spices. Now, unfortunately, we don't do smelly vision, but already you could smell these spices as they get a little bit warm, a little pinch of salt in there. And then we're just going to toss them round. And the idea is you want a nice hot pan, you get a little bit of colour on the broccoli, all those spices toast together. There we go, that's looking lovely. Okay. Well, we just wait for that to get a little bit of colour. I'm going to take a little bit of coriander, ready? And I'm just going to run the knife through that, just nice and coarse. A little bit of garnish, don't need too much. I'm going to get a lime ready. I'm going to cut that into 4. Makes it easier to squeeze if you cut it into 4. I'm just going to keep that moving. We don't want it to burn, but we want it to toast. So we get a little bit of that charred flavour, but you don't want to take it black because then it's going to taste bitter. Okay, look at that, that's lovely. So I'm going to drag that to one side, and then I'm just going to take my 2 tacos and I'm going to place them in the other side of the pan just to warm through a little bit. Take my plate, and we're nearly ready. So I'm just going to let them warm through. We're not trying to cook them, just trying to warm them up so they become soft and pliable. Okay, lovely. So pop them on the plate. Put a little spoonful of our salsa on each one. Why not go the whole hog? There we go. Then we're going to take our vegetables, give it one last stir. With a little squeeze of lime in there. Lovely. A little bit of spinach. Then we're going to spoon our chickpeas. Now broccoli over the top. Finally, a little bit of coriander and a little bit more of that lime. There we go, guys. Lovely, simple spinach taco. And obviously this is vegan, but if you wanted to add a little bit of vegan yogurt on the top, you could. But there we go.